Red Bull dominates the market for energy drinks and is one of the highest-grossing beverages worldwide. It can position itself as an influential lifestyle brand by associating itself with extreme sports like skydiving, motocross, paragliding, and even electronic dance music, EDM events, which sets it apart from the competition. Here are the top 10 interesting facts about Red Bull that you may not know. Number 10. Red Bull headquarters is James Bond-esque. The Red Bull headquarters in Fuschel am See, Austria, is a thoroughly swagged-out establishment. It comes equipped with infinity pools and showcases vehicles from Formula One. The Red Bull creative team is housed in the compound, consisting of 2 domes suspended above a lake in the shape of a boat. In addition, they have their very own hangar in the Salzburg airport, home to a collection of historic airplanes and helicopters, an art gallery, and a restaurant appropriately named Icarus, which hosts a renowned chef from across the world every month. The sleek and uncluttered design of the headquarters is carried through to the company's other offices worldwide. Number 9. It sold 5.6 billion cans just last year. That's over 400 metric tons of caffeine right there. Red Bull is the energy drink that generates the most revenue worldwide, followed by Monster and Rockstar in that order. The company has sold a total of 50 billion cans in over 167 different nations throughout the world. Dietrich Mateschitz is currently the wealthiest individual in Austria, and Uvidia holds the position of Thailand's second wealthiest individual. Number 8. It is home to an up-and-coming record label. Red Bull Records was established in 2007 and is overseen by a former vice president of Atlantic Records. AWOL Nation, an electronic rock band, is, up to this point, the most well-known outfit to have been signed to the label. In addition, Red Bull has its music academy, producing artists such as Flying Lotus, Hudson Mohawk, and Toki Monsta, amongst others. Number 7. A Korean student who drank too much was kicked out of Canada. Jong-Chu Lee, a student from South Korea who was attending Cape Breton University in Nova Scotia as part of an exchange program, was kicked out of school after an incident in the school cafeteria that was reportedly brought on by the consumption of Red Bull. Lee was expelled from Canada due to the charges brought against him for inciting a disturbance and engaging in criminal harassment. After consuming nearly 500 to 600 milligrams of caffeine daily, Lee allegedly presented symptoms of caffeine intoxication, which were documented in a psychiatric report. Number 6. A police officer was killed by the heir to the Red Bull fortune. Varayath Uvidya was the heir to the multi-billion-dollar company. In 2012, he was driving his Ferrari when he hit a police officer and killed him. Uvidya left the officer's body in the street when he ran away from the scene. He then tried to hide what had happened, and an officer was suspended because he was said to have helped him frame someone else for the crime. Uvidya was charged with being careless and leaving the scene of an accident that killed someone. Thai law says that driving recklessly can get you up to 10 years in prison, but it doesn't look like Uvidya will end up there. Uvidya did not show up to court in 2013. His lawyer told the judge his client was sick in Singapore with the flu. Since then, news about Uvidya's sentence has yet to come out. Number 5. Some serious health risks have been said to exist. Red Bull has been linked to several hospitalizations in recent years, with patients complaining of heart palpitations and difficulty breathing as a direct result of consuming the energy drink. After drinking the beverage during her summer trip to Mexico, a young woman, 16 years old, passed away. Recently, it was reported that a woman who consumed 28 Red Bulls was blind due to her actions. Number 4. Red Bull used to pay college students to drink it. Dietrich Mateschitz hoped to establish Red Bull as the beverage of choice for young people who are having a good time by cultivating a devoted fan base. He sought out famous college students in an era before Instagram's fame. He paid them to hold parties in unconventional settings to promote its image. These parties were held in places such as abandoned warehouses. After that, he gave them a sufficient amount of Red Bull to bring to school, to put on the roofs of their vehicles. As a result of the popularity of the trend, Red Bull can now be purchased in nightclubs all over the world. Number 3. Red Bull has launched someone into space. Red Bull transported Austrian skydiver and Red Bull athlete Felix Baumgartner into space in a helium balloon as part of their Red Bull Stratus promotion. The balloon was 24 miles up in the atmosphere. Baumgartner, dressed in a Red Bull pressure suit for the descent, had already reached speeds of more than 830 miles per hour before he opened his parachute. Baumgartner was the first to break the sound barrier without using any motors, making him the pioneer in this field. The fact that the owner, Dietrich Mateschitz, is a pilot and a lover of extreme sports. Number 2. At one point, it was banned because it was thought to have cocaine in it. The energy drink Red Bull was taken off the shelves in Germany after police discovered minute traces of cocaine in the product. The business claims that it uses coca leaves. Still, it claims they are only used as a flavoring agent once the cocaine alkaloid has been extracted. However, research conducted by the Federal Institute for Risk Assessment in Germany determined that the trace amount, precisely 0.13 micrograms, did not constitute a significant threat to the subject's health. It was determined that one would need to consume over 12,000 liters to feel the effects. Ready to go to number 1? Here we go. Number 1. The recipe is based on a drink loved by Thai truck drivers. Kreting Dang was the original name of Red Bull. It was a Thai energy drink initially marketed towards industrial workers and truck drivers attempting to get through long shifts. The original blend was created using our current product's exact proportions of taurine and caffeine. Still, it has a noticeably more pronounced sweetness. During a trip to Thailand for business, Austrian businessman Dietrich Mateschitz found that drinking Kreting Dang helped him avoid the adverse effects of jet lag. Because he liked it so much, he eventually discovered its author, Chalio Uvidya. They started working together in the same company. After renaming Red Bull's product and giving it a berry flavoring, Mateschitz introduced it to the European market in 1987. You might need to learn these 10 fascinating facts about Red Bull. What do you think about that? Does that blow your mind? Of course it does. Or do you know other interesting facts about Red Bull? If so, please share them in the comment section below.